Yeah, we need better. We need to figure out, or we just need to think outside the box of better ways to. If you guys still want to be involved in the community, there's more than just judging, and there's more than just competing. Um, and it's just like when we see our favorite boxers or our favorite athletes, and then they play a game, and they're still trying to like. It's just like a money grab that you see. It's like, damn, he's fighting this fool and he's not going all the way. It's like Mike Tyson. Like, bro, like you don't want to see your legends, your heroes go down like that for a money grab. And I understand it, and I know people need money. That we need to do better as a community to offer more jobs and to create more value business-wise, besides just battling, because that you can't do that forever. And if you do, you're gonna look silly once your body starts slowing down. Judging, like if you want to do that, I hate the judging system. I hate competitions unless it's done right. And yeah, man, like if you want to continue within a community, just find different outlets, and we need to figure out different ways to support each other financially, because it all comes down to money, right? I need to pay my bills, so I'm gonna drink this Red Bull can for the promo, which is probably something I would have never did, but because I'm hurting, it's gonna be a quick grab. Or I don't want. There's a sponsorship for with these people. I don't really believe in that, but I need money, so I'm gonna do it, because we don't have different lanes for other people to support themselves financially within hip hop. And right now, Red Bull is the only one that has a structure of any sort of, like, people in the background, videographers filming, and it's a lot of the people are within the community. And I feel like they're probably the only ones, and it's, of course, they have the funds. If you give me $10 million, I can create a system to have all my people working in different ways. But they're the ones that have it right now, obviously. So they're the structure that I see happening with photographers and b-boys that are photographers doing photos of b-boys that were competing, doing videos, their content for Red Bull, hosting, organizing the events, doing the lighting. There's a lot of ways besides a production. Start your own podcast. This is easy to do. You could be at home just like me right now. Whether it's a clothing line, there's a bunch of clothing lines. There's just different outlets that b-boys need, and I know it's because it's so tunnel vision that we need to figure out ways to just do that for the older generation, because the older generation and it's almost our fault, but not, because we didn't see it getting this far. Who never thought the hip hop would get this far? But we didn't see it going this far to making it a business. We weren't thinking business. We were thinking fun, passion, representing, and serving, making your name. You know what I mean? So by the time we were done with that, it wasn't like, oh, let's make money doing a podcast. Let's make money doing this. It's like, damn, what can I do? I want to judge, or I want to do workshops. I still want to battle, even though if I'm going to get smoked just because I have my name, but now I look bad. It's just, I just want us to get in different mentalities and find different ways to put our legends in a better light and put our legends working. I know it's an uphill battle, and there's a lot of work to do if we want to continue. Or you could just, step away and just enjoy hip hop and go to the Furious Styles Crew anniversary event, different events that still have the hip hop tradition and the elements where it's actual culture versus sponsorship and dancing. Look, that's a little bit of a rant right there. What y'all think? Soap, exactly. Starting Soap. Mr. Groove started Soap. Only if you got the funk. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's just different ways to think outside the box. Let me see what the chat be saying. Hi bro, I'm studying Turkey and I'll be social media assistant. I need experience. Do you want to work with me? What's up, Mel1? You sound like a robot right now. Respond again if you're real. That sounds like a bot. But if you are a social media assistant and you want to pick my brain, I'm totally cool with that. Lots to talk through. B-Boy House has lots to talk through in regards to them showcasing still. I think it still has a lot of value, but pay these cats for a year to focus and train all year long. I do like that House mentioned that, which is part of the solution. That's a good part of the solution. So he was saying that our legends that we have Still have them do exhibition battles. But instead of paying them one time for the moment, pay them for the 6 months that they're going to need to train. That way they don't have to work and they can just focus on this to give the event, to give themselves the best performance possible. That's definitely, I like that house. I definitely like that as a solution. And I think it'll help keep the B-boys in shape and lasting longer. Because again, it comes down to financials. Like, I can't train every day for this battle because I got to pay these bills. And I'm only training at 11 p.m. and I'm so tired and I'm not the best. So I agree with that. I like that. I like that as a solution. House says touching, yes, agree. They both got handsy early on, but both rocked with it. Yep. The stepping on him while dancing can't, because you can seriously injure folks. Yes, we are warriors, but at the end we aren't trying to hurt each other. But it gets heated, 100%. And what I don't like about this, and again, Lilu's been known for doing this, but we just saw him respond to Tight Eyes when Junior battled Tight Eyes and Tight Eyes kicked him while he was in the middle of a handstand, right? That's never forgive action. That's like, you could have really hurt, dude. You know what I mean? But again, why did he do it? Same reason Lilu did it. I'm getting smoked right now. I have to cause a scene to stop it. That's how I saw it. And so I'm surprised. I'm not surprised, but Lilu then battled Tight Eyes and touched him and put his nuts in his face in reaction to Tight Eyes versus Junior. You know what I mean? He avenged him with that. You know what I mean? Because he got mad that he touched him and that he kicked him. So for him to go ahead and do that against Remind, I think it kicked in his head like, I'm getting smoked. Let me pull the Tight Eyes move and kick him too right now and cause a scene. So yeah, again, it did get handsy. It was handsy the entire time from the get-go. But again, I like that. If you're not down with that, stop it right from the moment. Because if not, you can't cry about it later on that he nicked you when he was in your face. Like, if you were gonna do something, do something when he was grabbing you, when he was all in your face, not an accidental kick. Let's see, FSC 33 last week in November. Yes, the Furious Styles Crew 33rd anniversary, November 27th through the 29th. We got 33 consecutive years of the longest running hip hop event in the world. All elements. It's not just a breaking battle. And we don't even like to promote the battles because we don't want people coming for that reason. There's times where we're gonna have different prizes and up it up to have certain things, but we just want to have a community celebration as we've always done, time and time. And we got 33 years. If you guys haven't been to the anniversary in 33 years, that says a lot about you and the events that you're going to, and you're part of the problem. Let's see. Oh, my Instagram's going crazy again. Okay. Groove says, I think they both wanted to be a little physical. Yes, like y'all said, no stepping on, but I think you have to be in control of yourself. And my brother Remind did that slide move and landed on Lilu, right? Nothing crazy, but the bump on the reaction was to the bump, and the reaction was to the bump. Yeah, Remind for sure did it to be in his face and to get close to him. And even if it was to touch him, you guys been throwing our beanies and grabbing our shirts the entire time. This little leg tap, that's part of my move, and you got close to me to literally kind of stop his move at the same time. That shouldn't have caused the step on. That should have waited for him to get up and be like, yo, what's up? Don't get him while the man's on the floor, bro. You know, as a b-boy, you can get hurt. So I don't like that people are saying, oh, he reacted to that. No, bro, you should have reacted to, you guys were throwing punches 10 seconds ago. Why didn't you react to that? Why you were reacting while he's on the floor? And that was, Remind definitely meant, it was passionate the whole time, and they were physical. And again, I like that, and that's part of the reason why that battle was hype, is because it's like, yeah, it's a real battle versus just throwing moves at each other. So I like that. Just the reactions is what I didn't like. Never forget action with that Lucille Ball haircut. True, plus stepping on is beef. Yeah, after the unsolicited had grabbed Nah. Yeah, and it happened twice. It happened twice. And how they grabbed it from Crumbs and smushed his head and grabbed it. Lilu, if you guys go to my Instagram, I posted the clip of me discussing all of this, and I put the footage of everything that I'm talking to. And yo, Lilu was going crazy the entire time grabbing these guys. So he's in the wrong. He's hella in the wrong, and he shouldn't have responded the way he did. He was just getting served. And again, he's done this in other battles to where he's getting served and he gets physical to make a scene, and now everybody breaks up and that's it. And they walked away. And again, Remind still kept it P. He caught himself, like he reacted and he was like backed up and started top rocking again. He's just like, and then everybody else started fighting. And so I get both sides. I just think it was the wrong place and the wrong time. But that is what happens. I think I was giving the excuse of before of I was okay with a little bit of it because I was saying these are b-boys from the 90s and that's how we were. But we're men now, bro. We're 50 years old. We're 45, and we shouldn't be coming up and battling and starting a fight from a little touch. You know what I mean? Especially when you guys were getting physical the entire time. Yeah, Crumbs had the right to react differently. Yeah, Crumbs from the get-go. I'm telling you, from the get-go. Yeah, let's play that real quick. Let's play that real quick. But let me know what else you guys are thinking. I just kind of went on a rant. Let me see this. Got your house. Got you. I was talking a little fast because I thought I had like 3 minutes left, but we got 17 minutes. So yeah, I was talking a little fast, y'all. And this coffee kicked in, and I'm a little hyped. But yeah, I was trying to speed my walk, my discussion, because I thought I started at 4. Bada bing, bada boom. Let me just see. Paulo Molina. Facts should never touch. If you touch, you cross a line, and there's no turning back. Follow the rules and show respect. 100. Shout out to Paulo Molina. Oh, I got a DM from Crazy Legs. I haven't talked to him in a minute. Let's see what he said. He responded to my video saying Lilu should have gotten dropped with the quickness. See, and again, that's our old mentality. Our old 90s. We came up in that era, so I was gonna say I understand Legs, but he's reacting in the street way, the original way that he came up on. So I'm not mad that he has that old mentality, because I had that too. We've all had that. If you're from the 90s to the 2000s era. Yeah, if that would have been, people have gotten hurt for less, or punched for less. So him saying Lilu should have been dropped with the quickness. Sometimes when people like that, I'm not even gonna say that we shouldn't resort to violence, but it used to be a chin checking. You know what I mean? Sometimes people learn that way. And I'm not going to resort to violence, because we should have better tools to communicate with each other, and we're in a better time now, and we're older. As older men, we shouldn't be going in a fight, because a fight, nothing positive ever happens. Even if you're the one that wins the fight, now you're looking at a possible lawsuit. Now you got to pay their hospital bills. Now you might go to jail for assault. Now you're hurt. Now you have a broken wrist, and as older people, we don't heal. We ain't Wolverine. We ain't healing as fast anymore. So it's just all bad. You know what I mean? Or his homies are gonna retaliate. Your homies are gonna retaliate. It's just violence is never the answer. Give peace a chance. It's more than mentality. It's psychological. Yes. We need security in the cipher, says Mr. Groove. That's also a good idea. It is psychological, and it's how we all came up, and again, a lot of people don't have the tools to think differently, to communicate different. As b-boys in the 90s, there's two different eras of why we break differently. In the 90s, it was survival. In the 90s, we weren't thinking sponsors, we weren't thinking money, we were thinking, how do I fight you without fighting you? Because that's what breaking kind of was created. You know, it came from the gangs, and okay, let's fight without fighting. Let's get creative and fight. I'm gonna fight you with my art. I'm gonna fight you with my music. I'm gonna fight you with my lyrics. There's about a lot of murder lyrics, and that nobody died because they're keeping it creative, and that's what breaking was. So we came up in that mentality of, again, survival, being able to express. Before, I couldn't talk like this. I wouldn't be able to talk to you before, and I was using my dance as an expression to let you guys know how I'm thinking, because, you know, dance is a universal language, and you don't have to speak the same language, but you could be in Japan and see somebody dance and be like, I feel you, dog. I know what you're going through. Just how they're reacting to the music, how they're dancing, their intentions. So again, it was survival. It was a means out of the hood. Oh damn, we could do shows. Oh, we could win a competition. I could put a little bit of money in my pocket. Oh, I'm getting known. Now I'm getting flown out over here. So our passion was different. We were hungry, and it was about representing. It was about getting your name out. There was no internet. You had to go to somebody's city for them to know who you were. You had to call them out. That's missing these days. And so the way the 90s and this era, and why I'm seeing why Crazy Legs wrote that, and how other b-boys are seeing this battle of like, yeah, he should have got dropped and this and that, it's because that's how we grew up. It's that mentality. And now we have the tools of being different, and the new generation that's missing all that passion is why I think I don't feel them when they're dancing, because now it's, I want to win a competition, I want to get sponsored, I want to be friends with everybody, so I'm just going to do the prettiest moves, and you're not going to feel me, but it's going to look cool on video, and I'm going to get a million hits, and then you guys are going to fly me out, and I'm going to do all these workshops. So the intention from the different eras, and I can't blame them because we're in a different time, but we should be having the discussions to where we could bridge the gap, because if not, this new generation is just going to keep going lost. They don't care about history. They don't care about where the dance came from. They don't care about anything besides breaking. They don't care about the graph, the DJs, the MCs. And just when you know your history, you approach things differently. So it's just a lot of work to happen. And for a long time, I was turned off on the culture because of all of this, because of the politics, because what did Lauren Hill say? I'm sick of all these kids that try to do this for all the wrong reasons. It's like, bro, I can't vibe with you. It's like when you talk to a girl and she's mad young and you have nothing to talk to. It's like, you're fine, but I can't even talk to you. It's like I can't even cipher with you because you're not saying anything. You're just putting words out that make no sense. Have a conversation. It's a conversation, and kids don't have conversations anymore. They're just throwing moves, and a lot of it is also the music. There's no lyrics in the music that we're dancing to in these competitions, and we're glorifying the competitions versus the grassroots events, because parents don't want to bring their kids out to an event that they're not going to make money from. So now it's just a whole trickle of things that we got to work out within the culture to make it healthy. And I think it's possible, and there's people doing things to keep it going the correct way, but it's a lot of work. Triggers, yep. And this is all new. I'm not acting like I've got it all figured out. There's things that trigger me just when I'm talking to my friends or my family. So it's just outside of breaking. It's just in general. We need to get the tools. Talk to a psychologist. Go to what is it? yeah, just get the tools that you need to be able to communicate. And I think that's the biggest thing, is that we resolve to violence when we can't communicate. It's like all this could have been handled with a discussion. And then you see at the very end, after the event, Remind and Lilu went at it. I was wondering what's gonna happen. For sure, B-boys normally take it to a circle when the battle is over. And look how it ended with love. They battled each other. They were talking crap to each other, but they were communicating. The cool thing that I saw about that is that they were communicating. Remind wasn't mad. He was mad at how he's dancing, how Lilu was dancing, how he hadn't learned. So Remind was teaching him a lesson. That was a super dope. We'll pull that up actually. But while they were dancing, Remind was just like, yeah, that's a cool move, but you're not doing anything original. Yo, you're better dancing without music. Let's pull that up. So I'm saying that because they were communicating, and right after they were done battling and they said what they said, and they physically threw it down on the floor, they hugged, and Remind's like, he's a legend, he's a new legend, I love this guy. He was doing that because he loves you. It's just like when your parents tell you something and you're like, damn, like, get off me. They're not saying it because they're mad at you or they're trying to talk down on you. That's just the way they communicate to try to make you better. It's just whenever people take criticism and like, you should have said this or you should have that, and people get triggered, right? Like how said, and it's just like, damn. But you have to learn, okay, he said that to me in this way because he can't communicate in a better fashion. So let me take what he's trying to say, let me figure out what it is before I react. I was like, oh, okay, you're telling me this because you want me to improve on this, not just because you're trying to little bro me. Got it. And then you react better, and then you have a discussion, you know what I mean? So that's what I really love. So let's look at that clip, man. Let's look at that clip. Wrong reasons is sometimes all they've been presented. Love fights back. That's exactly what it is. And we have to be aware of that. It's how we've been trickled down in hip hop. We've learned to be toxic hella. We need to change those ways. Because we're not there in the 90s no more. It was just only about you and your crew. Now it's like, bro, now it's about you and the community. Let's build. Like, if we would have we battled in the ciphers, for example, like Furious Styles and the Floor Assassins. Imagine if we would have collabed and built versus tearing each other down all the time. It was super fun, it was super dope, but that's how we learned. But now I'm like, damn, what if we got together and then made a bigger crew, or started making business and started doing shows early, and it just would have been, we would have evolved in a better way, which I think the new generation is doing now, which we have to be okay with. Where like sometimes it's like, oh, they're friends with everybody. That's good. We want them to be friends so we can keep building outside, battle each other, but then right outside be friends. Still go eat, go have pizza, whatever it is. Work on your business, work on your videos, collab on these videos, and that's what we need to implement now, is collabing with each other. That we were super against in the 90s, because it was just about you and your crew, and I don't care about any of y'all anymore. But let's watch this. Let's watch both battles. No, I'm gonna pull up that cipher battle that happened at the end. Good mentors and mentees are crucial. It's a sacrifice. That's part of what crews provided. Yes, agree. The good folks from AFA with FSC would have been different, but different times. Yeah, it's just that we weren't thinking that way. We weren't even thinking business or making money. It was about represent, and making your name, because we didn't have the internet. Now I could post a video in my garage doing a bunch of crazy moves edited, and now I'm super famous. Let me look up this video, because it was a dope battle. And Lilu kept going, and Lilu did do better in the battle, but again, there was no music on, so he was just doing moves, which shows you where we're coming from, what we mean. Let's see. I saw it on Instagram. Let's see if it's on YouTube. Remind Lilu battle cipher. Okay, this looks like it's it right here. This is 4 minutes. This one's 5 minutes. They do Hong Ten, Remind. Let's go to this one real quick. Alright, so let me know, y'all, in this video. Let me know if you guys hear. Let me know if you guys hear the audio of this cipher footage. Heading home, guys. Time to pack up and get out this heat. Bless up. Peace, Groove. Drive safe. Log on later on if you can. Legal battle Hong Ten and Ryan. Respect. Hear sound. Okay. Yeah, I was. And look again. It's outside of the. It was outside of the corporation where the doper event happened. Yeah, that battle was doper because it was raw. It was raw, and it's still half and half to me. Now I'm seeing more and more that this art form isn't for big stages. We can make it work, but we have to start seeing things differently, approaching it different. We can't be mad. I don't know. That's a whole other topic. But this is why it's important to support the grassroots events, the real hip hop culture whenever you guys see it, because that's all we have right now within each other. And if we don't support it, it just makes things hella difficult because we want to go where the money's at. And that's why we need to find out different ways to make money within the culture, so we don't have to go to these corporations. We could support each other's clothing and support each other, buy each other's merch, man. It's like you guys aren't asking for free handouts when you guys are buying Nike stuff or Puma stuff or Stussy from people that don't even know you, and then your homeboy right here is in his garage working hours to make one t-shirt look good, and then you're asking for a free t-shirt. Like, bro, we're never gonna get nowhere like that. Stop asking for a discount to go into any event. Pay full price. Pay full price. These guys they gotta make some kind of money back, and 99% of these events ain't making money. So support each other, man. Support each other.